What another show, Jaden. What more beautiful people. Absolutely. What more beautiful people. And even more because this week I have the amazing, the beautiful, the super talented Sarah Whatmore on this show. She is absolutely amazing. You are going to love meeting her in a minute. But you know what? I think we should go and just check a bit of her out. What do you think? How bloody cool is she? Well, you're going to meet her in a minute. But first, we're going to go to a very, very quick Jaden Show commercial break. Now is the time y'all been waiting for. We're going to meet the super incredible Sarah Whatmore. So please put your hands together, clap as loud as you can so she can hear it all the way from her pub in London where she's chilling out at the moment before her show. Please welcome to the Jaden Show, the incredible Sarah Whatmore. Oh my goodness, the beautiful, the talented Sarah Whatmore. Welcome to the Jaden Show. How are you, gorgeous lady?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's a bloody pleasure. Now,
It's a bloody pleasure.
bloody pleasure it is. And you're in good old London as well at the moment.
I am. I don't live here anymore, but I am visiting. Yeah, I've got a gig tonight.
Nice. Yeah. Where is it? Can you plug it?
I'm supporting Alexa Strum. She asked me to come down and support her. And it's in the Karma Sanctum Hotel in Soho.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's downstairs. It's nice. Just done the sound check, so that went all right.
Sweet. So it's all ready for takeoff tonight then?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you're going to be amazing. I want to take you back to little mini Sarah, right? I want to take you back because obviously we know you from the very first series of Pop Idol, right? We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I want to take you way back to your youth, right? When you little mini Sarah running around, what was going on around you musically? What were your family into? What was the ambience musically that created the artist that you are today, darling?
Michael Jackson.
Of course.
He was. I mean, I remember being in front of the TV and he came on the TV and I was just like, I was mesmerised by him for my whole youth, really. I was obsessed. I used to watch him. I used to try and mimic him. Yeah, he was pretty much the forefront of my influence as a kid.
In your youth. What was your favourite album of his?
God, that is such a hard question. Because I think what was really good about Michael Jackson's albums is that it created like a memory in each part of my life. If you know what I mean? Rather than having a favourite album, it was like, it took you back to that time where you like, it made a memory. So I don't know if I have got a favourite. Well, obviously the first one was Thriller. That was the first one that I was like boom with.
Yeah.
I really loved Human Nature. That's probably one of my all-time favourite songs.
I sing that in my shows. I love that song.
I sing it in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that you want to visualise that.
I'm sure there are websites where you could sell those videos, darling. I'm absolutely sure. You probably get more attention than me in my show singing that song.
Yeah. Join OnlyFans, Sarah. Human Nature. I'm joking. That's just my sense of humour.
Love it. No, Bad was for me was when I fell in love. I mean, I loved Michael Jackson before, but I was at ABBA. I'm older than you, so I was like ABBA, Olivia Newton-John boy. That was kind of my...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, but no, Bad, I kind of fell in love with him because I think he looked the hottest then as well and all that.
He was hot there. I remember when he did, when he was going down the street, "We make me feel..."
Tune.
In that blue shirt, yeah.
Yes.
I was just obsessed with him, to be honest. So musically it was and there's beats and the way he moved. It's very much the way I like to see. Yeah. But it's funny because I'm quite like a shy person, and then when I'm on the stage I've got like this sort of
ego.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I'm a different person when I'm on the stage to when I'm off the stage.
That's really cool, though. Right?
I don't know if it is, but yeah, that's where I go. It's weird.
It's quite interesting. I've done 4 years of these shows now, and Michael Jackson, his name has come up untold amounts of times, but normally just with the boys.
Oh, right, really?
Yeah. Normally with the boys. I mean, the girls, I might say they like him, but not like they were trying to copy him and and try
Oh no, I used to actually. I've got videos of me actually doing his moves and performing like him with the hat and everything. Yeah.
Bloody amazing.
I like
they
you
need
said,
to be going on your OnlyFans as well, mate.
And I'm not got an OnlyFans. I was only joking. But like you say on a videotape.
Yeah, on the VHS. Wow,
yeah,
super cool.
I have got. I'll have to try and convert them into DVD.
Yeah, that's got to go on your YouTube. At least that's got to go on your YouTube. That would be amazing to see. Was it just Michael, or was there other stuff? I mean, was you like all of a sudden like Madonna in it, like Papa Don't Preach in it in the kitchen, or was it kind of Michael and what other stuff was going on?
I used to listen to a lot of what my dad listened to, so it was like Duran Duran, it was Dire Straits, Human League, loved them.
Yes,
it was very the 80s. Yeah. Loved that, all that sort of music. Pink Floyd.
Okay.
So yeah, I was heavily influenced by what my dad was listening to, really.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind Madonna. I liked Madonna, but I wasn't zoned in onto her music. The beat didn't hit me as much as Michael Jackson did.
Yeah. Oh, I get that. When did you start like dancing around in the living room in front of a VHS camera to Billie Jean and Beat It? 2 years old. Actually, no. I think I had a tape recorder in 1975. I was born in 73. So in 75, there is a cassette in my mum's attic, me singing in harmony with ABBA, Knowing Me, Knowing You. So I kind of started 2 years old as well, actually.
Yeah.
But when did you start, like, going from, regular kid, loving this particular vibe, dancing around, with your hairbrush in the living room, to actually starting to think, do you know what, this is part of who I am, and,
So that's interesting. I was always like the entertainer. When my mum and dad had parties, I was good at mimicking artists. I used to mimic Rick Astley, and I used to mimic Tina Turner.
Oh, love it.
I used to put a wig on, and I'd just entertain everyone. And everyone would be like, so it was mainly sort of just like a mime, performer, just entertaining people. And then I always wanted to be an actress. I was always a dancer. I did ballet and all that, but it was 12 years old when I decided. My mum and dad got me a karaoke machine, and I was just constantly on this karaoke machine. I mean, you should have seen the size of this karaoke machine. It was like a kitchen, right? And I would sing "Don't Speak, No, Just What You Say." So he's up and splendid. I was just singing that constantly, and my dad was like, "Oh, you can sing." So my mum sent me to the Manchester School of Music, and I classically trained for 4 years.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. Did all the exams and hated my teacher. She used to make me cry every lesson. Yeah. Don't move your eyebrows. Don't move your shoulders. It was all very, Wow. And then I was like, right, I've had enough for that. And then I wanted to do more commercial stuff. So then I ended up being in like this little indie band with my sister and now my brother-in-law, and we used to just do like little quirky indie songs and write songs.
Like covers, or you wrote them?
We wrote them.
Sweet.
We've got like a little tape somewhere. It's really cool. Little indie songs, yeah, and really enjoyed that. And then I started doing some gigs. I think I was about 16, 17. Started doing like pubs and stuff.
Wow, that's amazing, mate.
Yeah, I just got straight into it, and I just loved it. And then just started to go to every audition, don't you? You probably know that. You just go to every audition. And
I was very shy. I started singing in church. So
that's really good, though. That's a good way to start.
Pentecostal church in West London, which is actually probably not great, but I literally, because I was like really young, very skinny, very pretty, very kind of like the era of Jason Donovan meets Bros kind of vibe. All of a sudden, I was quite trendy. I'd gone from being like probably the most beaten up kid in school because I was just such a geek, to actually travelling all over the country ministering, darling, in song on a Sunday night. And then I end up moving to Canada to do gospel music and
Wow.
but I didn't do any shows. The audition that I told you about, which was an audition, it was a scouting for BGT, was literally one of the only auditions I'd ever done in my life. I've never done audition for anything.
Oh, really? Oh, God, and you had such a bad experience. That's awful.
Right. I was very lucky. I was like a kid of like when I was coming to my fruition in the 90s, where you didn't really audition, you kind of put something together, and the record companies kind of call you, really. So I kind of escaped the whole kind of killing your self-esteem bit.
I mean, it was a lot more innocent, I think, when I did Pop Idol. And I'd done I couldn't audition for cruise ships, I couldn't even get on there. But the more and more auditions I got, the more confident I got. And then I think I did an audition for was it? No, it was I think it was like a group, and I did get picked for it, but nothing happened with it.
Okay.
I remember all the same people I was at the same auditions and everything. Everyone was at Pop Idol audition. I was very, very quiet in the Pop Idol auditions.
Really?
You know, you'd have all the ones that are like, oh, look at me, and I've just sat there in the corner going, okay. But yeah, Pop Idol was it was a TV show, but it was a lot more innocent. But it was, you know, like you say, you have to sign a piece of paper. You sort of was a bit of red tape with it. It wasn't so, you know, luxurious as it's made out to be.
It's an experience.
And and I think when you're 20 years old, 19 years old, you sort of just you just, especially back then, people were like, oh, I want to be famous. They saw it as this like, oh, I just wanted to do music.
Yeah.
Really, I wasn't really into the fame, and I think that's why I shied away from it massively.
Really? What was the whole
thing like? Yeah, that's why.
So if you'd done it at 19 years old, you'd already been singing pretty much professionally, doing gigs for 3 years at this point. Was this something, I mean, did you audition for it? Was you scouted for it? Is it something that you were just like, I'm just going to go see what happens, or?
Saw it in a newspaper. My mum saw it in the newspaper, and it was at the big co-op building in Manchester. We all queued up with numbers and went through a process. It was like that. You weren't scouted. I don't think it was like that back then. That's what I mean. It was literally like you queued up and you went through a big, long process to get to the judges.
Wow.
Yeah.
And tell me a bit about the show. How did it go for you? How far did you get? How did you feel? Like,
I got down to the last 50, and then they brought out like a set of 10 hours in the last 10, the live shows. Was it live? I can't remember. I think it was live. It was Saturday night live television, and we all had like one song to do. But I was with Rick Waller.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
There was a big campaign from, remember FHM, the magazine. They had a massive campaign about wanting to make sort of a bit of a mockery to the show, which was not fair on Rick, really, because he was a big lad, both for the fat guy. I mean, can you imagine people saying that today? And there was a big campaign with Rick Waller. There was a lot of press and noise around Rick Waller, so a lot of people voted for him. But I got the most votes for the girls through every heat, but I didn't get through. And I was fine with that. I was like, right, well, I got a lot of offers from other record companies, and being a girl band, and I was like, no, I want to be on my own. But I got a call from Simon Fuller and said, I want to meet you, and yeah, I want to sign you right now. And the thing was, I didn't really have a choice, even though I did get on with Simon. I didn't really have a choice because I signed that piece of paper that you locked in until the Pop Idol final winner is released. Mm-hmm. And then you can't release anything for a year after that. So I wouldn't be able to do anything, your hands are tied. So it was like it was a catch-22 situation. But what was funny was Rick Waller actually pulled out of the live shows for the last 10, and ITV rang me up and said, we want you to come back on for the live shows and be a contest in the final, and I said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Reason behind saying no?
Because I'd already had the meeting with Simon. He was like, I think you should, I said, I just want to go off and do my own thing. I don't really want to be part of the Pop Idol brand.
Right. Yeah.
But then you always sort of are with the press and everything. So it's really hard for me to go out of that stigma of, Pop Idol loser or whatever they want to call you. Yeah.
But did it bring any advantages to your career? I mean, looking at it now, back in the day, did it bring advantages to like the process of your career, to your journey, or was it just a complete waste of time? And actually, with hindsight, you wish you'd never done it.
No, what, Pop Idol?
Yeah.
No, I mean, no, because it's part of my journey, and I absolutely loved it, and it was really innocent, and I probably should have gone on the live shows. I think I was just a bit of a stubborn 20-year-old who was just like, I can make it on my own. I'm going to write my own songs. I was a little bit arrogant in that respect. Looking back, if I'd have known then what I know now, I would do it differently. But you've just got to go with the story, haven't you?
Absolutely.
And just go. That's how I felt at the time. So I'll have to just live with that.
Mate, I could tell you some stories of things that I turned down because I was too shy to. I mean, I got some really cool, like TV presenting, Blue Peter presenting, leading.
I did.
Joseph, and I said no to everything because I was too shy.
You're just arrogant. Like me. I need to go and live in my mountain in Spain. No, I was the same. I was like, I got offered to be Kylie Minogue's backing singer. This is after everything sort of finished, and I got offered to be a presenter for BBC, ITV, and I just like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do music.
We should do something because I was offered to be Jason Donovan's understudy in Joseph. And I'd never even been to a musical in my life. So I think we should do, for YouTube, we should do something like, especially for you.
Oh, yeah, I'd love that. That'd be fun, that.
We
need
to do YouTube big in the future. But that's amazing. Do you look back, because obviously, you're an incredibly talented artist. Do you look back and think, oh, shit, I wish I'd done that? Or do you have any regrets about the journey so far? Or do you think everything's played out as it should have played out?
It's really hard to say because there was so many turning points where, like, we did the album, and the album is amazing. Like, there's people that are trying to get it. The very first album is called Living Proof, unless you didn't know. The first single, When I Lost You, got to number 6, and it stayed in the charts for a long time. And then I think they were expecting, like, because when I first joined 19 and Simon, he was sort of used to, like, I could sing, I could dance, and I could write songs. And I was like, okay. And then I was writing with like Biff, and you did all the Spice Girls hits, and it was flowing really well. But I don't think it hesitated because, and that always causes a car crash, doesn't it, when you hesitate? Because the second single, Automatic, I think they were expecting it to just like get in the top 5, and it came in at 11, and it wasn't good enough. So they were all like panicking, going, right, we spent all this money, and it was all the politics of it. You can moan about that, but at the same time, I was quite a young girl, and I wasn't fighting my corner.
Right.
It wasn't easy to do that, and I was quite famous, and I did shy away from being famous. I loved being on the stage, but I didn't like what came with that.
Yeah.
What they said in the paper. I mean, there was photographers. I'd be on the stage and they'd be taking pictures up my skirt. For a 20-year-old girl to have to deal with that, and then it'd be on the front cover of a newspaper. And I get a phone call from my grandma going, "Oh, Sarah!" It's just like, like I've done it deliberately. It's just like it was a lot.
I had to move. I had to move out. So I was Blue Peter's very first documentary on music. Like they turned down Take That at the time, and then they agreed on me. So I got like 20 minutes out of a 27-minute show. I was so bloody lucky. But I had to move house just because, like, they showed my front door and where I lived, and so from 6 o'clock in the morning, I was having all these school kids knocking on my door, and I was just like, oh my goodness, the invasion. I'm very shy. I'm very introverted extrovert. So for me, the invasion of privacy, you know, and back in the day, I'm a gay man, and people knew I was, you know, gay, even though I wasn't big in the scene. I didn't have many gay friends. My life has always been quite shy and reserved. But the fear, the absolute panic that someone might say something and that would be the end of it, for me, was just that I didn't like that part of the industry. I just wanted to be a singer. That was it.
I know, that's kind of like me. And then, like, you know, I wasn't very good at taking criticism. I wasn't good at being a bitch. And you have to be a bitch in this industry. Like, you used to have to be a bitch in this industry.
Still do, to be fair.
Well, yeah, you do, and I just, it's not my sort of style. I am probably a bit too, I mean, even Simon Fuller said to me, once he got to know me, he went, you're insane to want to be famous, knowing who you are. You should just be a songwriter. And I sort of went in the studio and I was just writing, and sort of lost heart of it. But, you know, when I go back on the stage, and when I'm in the studio,
that's your place.
It's my place, but at the same time, I'm like, I looked at what happened with Amy Winehouse, and I looked at, you know, you look at all these people who are really famous and all the success, and I was like, I won't swap my life for theirs. In a heartbeat, I've got a beautiful husband, beautiful kids, I have quite a simple life, but I just love music, and I love sharing.
You enjoy,
yeah, and I share it with people, and I don't know where it's going to go. It's so hard today, and I am like you, really private. It's like TikTok. I'm like, Harry's like, you need to get on TikTok. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? I'm like, I've been talking to you. It's something interesting, but me talking into camera to myself, I just start laughing, going, hi, I'm getting the kids to school. We're going for lunch. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what am I going to talk about?
I think you need to do this. I think this is so your destiny. I think you'll be a TikTok mega star. But no, I get it. Like, someone said to me, why don't you do it? I said, because I've lived with Jaden Cornelious for 53 years and I'm bleeding bored of his voice, mate. Like, you know, like, I can get on stage and I can do it, and I mean, like, you know, back in the day when you're becoming a pop star, you have to be very focused and you cannot leave your genre, and it's this. And now, as a 53-year-old man that really don't give a shit,
You're not 53. You do not look 53.
This is why we are going to be friends, because you're lovely.
You don't look 53 though. I'm being serious.
I'm 53 and 2 months, absolutely. But well,
Jeez.
I'm actually a 13-year-old girl that loves Harry Potter and Christmas and flower fairies. So, like,
there's
a lot of internal battles going on, mate, I tell you. But no, I'm still a 53-year-old man waiting to become an overnight success after 34 years of singing. But I get now. I was singing classical and opera in the Caribbean side of Mexico. And I remember being halfway through like a Nessun Dorma or something like that, and this guy came up to me on stage, and halfway through tapped me on the shoulder and goes, "Do you know any Whitney?" And I'm like, "You don't interrupt Pavarotti. Like, what's all this about?" And then I was like, "I do actually." And now I get to sing. Like, I love that. I've got this residency in this boutique hotel where I live, and it's a beautiful place, stunning place. And I get to sing everything now. Like, I can sing "I Think We're Alone Now" by Tiffany. And I can sing Nessun Dorma, or, you know, Time to Say Goodbye by, you know, Andrea Bocelli. I get to sing like mariachi, old style Mexican rancheros, and I can sing Dua Lipa and ABBA, and it all in the same set. And I'm like, you know, I now don't have to give a shit about what anyone thinks. And you'll get a show where there's this short, fat, tattooed London boy in the mountains of Mexico singing Pavarotti and Tina Turner and Dua Lipa, and it doesn't sound weird. It flows.
Love that.
I just think, you know, like, I might have dodged a bullet by not becoming famous, because that's, like you said, we still get to do what we love, but we're not being prostituted in the way that the industry would want us to be.
Do you know what? Do you know what's really interesting? I shy away from it because sometimes I feel like it's going to sound a bit deep, this, but
do it.
Like your talent is it is yours, right? And it's within you, and you kind of want to share it, but I get scared of sharing it because I think people want to, I don't know, either people will love it or they'll want to destroy it or just try and change it or make it theirs, or do you get what I mean?
No, completely. It's the most vulnerable and rawest part of yourself is your creativity.
Yeah,
people don't carry on. No.
Go on, sorry. No, in some ways, I find it a bit. It almost like haunts me. If that makes sense. No, do you get what I mean?
I was chatting to another guest. I was saying, like you are judged on your most rawest and vulnerable state. That's why I don't like competitions, because I think that's not fair. Number one, and number two is, people say, oh, well, you're a singer, yeah, and you need the publicity so you can come and sing free for me on Sunday, because you need to do it, because obviously there's so many people. And I think we are bringers of joy. We are bringers of mood change. We are time travelers and mood shifters and healers, and because what you do from the essence of yourself, of your creativity, is spirit. It's spiritual. Yeah. It's kind of like, so when you're trying to be judged and controlled, that's not you anymore. You're now creating something that no longer, you might have some nice times, but it doesn't bring you joy anymore, because now you have to do, I don't know, it's like, it takes away the authenticity.
Did you ever see George Michael live?
No.
So did you like George Michael?
Yes, of course, my God.
So I remember we saw, me and my mum went to see him live, and he had no commodities, nothing. He just literally, in this arena, he just bounced onto the stage. And it was like, I don't know what it was. It was just his energy, everything about him. It was just like a bullet. Really? It was just hit you like a ton of bricks, and you were like, wow. And it was amazing. And that is like special. And you just think, that's the feeling that I always like to give without wanting something back. It's just, And
I guess you do that by being in touch with your authentic self, right?
Yeah.
Which you can't do if you're being like pulled and pushed by writers, producers, management companies, record labels and stuff.
I struggle because I probably too sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to.
That makes you a good artist as well. Yeah, that's the thing. Makes you a shit businesswoman. It makes you a good artist.
That's exactly right. Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
No, I get it completely. So, Pop Idol's finished. You've waited this year afterwards, when your contract with them had finished. What happened then? Like, how did it continue? How did your journey continue?
So we went in the studio and we recorded the album Living Proof, which is mastered. It's even ready to go today, but it just got shelved basically because the two singles didn't do as well as they thought. And it was conflict of interest really, because Simon Fuller was my manager, but he was also part of the record company, but so was BMG and RCA. And then BMG were like, you need to sack Simon Fuller. He's not doing anything for you. And he just brought out American Idol. So he was just, going a different direction and was very busy. And it was all just got very messy. And I got in the middle of the mess.
Wow.
And I didn't want to... Yeah, and I didn't want to sack Simon because I was a very loyal person, but I probably should have just said, there's nothing you can do for me. I need to... Yeah, and there you go. It's like there's doors. Do you open them? Do you? And I was very young, very naive, and just very vulnerable. And I just did as I was told, really. So I ended up going back in the studio and started working over in Sweden, and it just sort of snowballed into a month, into a year, and then I ended up just evolving as an artist. Like I was doing loads of different things, and then I ended up doing an album with a guy called Pete Patessi called Time to Think, and Greg Fitzgerald and Jamie Hartman.
Greg Fitzgerald.
Oh
my God!
Do you know Greg?
I love Greg. I'm not spoken, but I used to go to his house in Ealing. I've done 4 tracks with him. Yeah, my favourite tracks. couple of songs were written by Peter Cunner from D Ream. And
told me about you.
Really?
I'm sure he played me some of your songs.
There was a song called like Vertigo and Gotta Let Go. I loved them. It was just really, it was kind of acoustic R&B stroke indie, and I loved it. Greg was him and his wife were just the loveliest. And
he ended up moving to, was it Cambridge?
Yeah, he moved away from England like that.
Oh my God, do you know Greg? That is such a small world.
Well, I was signed to Gary Davis's record label at this point called Good
Oh,
Groove.
right.
And my friend from my band days was called Justine Young. She was one of the people that worked with Gary Davis, and she was good mates with Greg. So got me through Greg, you know, and Greg he's just a legend. I mean, I really wish I was still in touch with him. I think we're on Facebook, but I don't think we chat anymore. I don't think he's even doing it anymore. But Greg was amazing. He was, at the time, was just me and Caprice that were working with him. He done the whole of Caprice's first album.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
And he done 4 tracks with me. But my story was very simple. I was doing, my write-ups were phenomenal. Like, it was like, Jaden's going to be bigger than George Michael. Jaden's going to be his biggest export. But it was always wrong place, right time, or right place, wrong time. It was never, you know, I started doing acoustic R&B, and then Craig David is doing acoustic R&B with Mercury, I think it was at the time. And of course, he does it way better because the boy's black. You understand? So, I mean, I could cut a decent R&B track, you know, with Greg and stuff like that. But it just wasn't, you know, it was.
No way! I can't believe that you knew.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to hunt him down now. He was such a lovely gent.
He was.
Yeah.
Well, it was him who came up with the idea of using Sarah Smile, which was the Hall and Oates sample, and we wrote that together. And I don't know if you can get that on iTunes or on platforms, but I'll send it to you anyway.
Please, yeah, I want to hear that.
I think you will really like that version. We just took the sample of it and we just like ripped it up.
When you was working with Simon Fuller and you said you was working with the guys that done the Spice Girl stuff, was that Elliot Kennedy?
Yes, I worked with Elliot.
Yeah, because I'd done my first 4 singles with Elliot as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's lovely, Elliot.
He doesn't really talk to me now. I send a message, but he doesn't respond now. But he was big stuff. We used to just do, it was studio all day, and then it was Star Trek all night. We stayed in his house, and we literally just sat and watched Star Trek for the whole night with food. It was bloody, I was like in my elephant, mate. I loved it. Elliot was I think I remember Gary Barlow or Robbie called. I think it was Gary at the time, and I picked up the phone because Elliot was kind of sampling recording one of the girls in the group, and I just couldn't believe that. My name at the time was Jaden Williams because I was just wanted to be Mrs. Robbie Williams. That was why. So I was just like, I was Jaden Williams, and I couldn't believe that I was singing on the same mic that Robbie sung Everything Changes. It was just amazing. I loved Elliot. And did you know Helen Holding? She was a really good friend with it. She was doing all 911. She was a phenomenal.
No, I don't think I worked with her.
Oh, she's up in Sheffield way as well. Get in touch with her. She's bloody amazing.
That was the very, very first. First studio I worked in was that one. Yeah, mental. Yeah. I can't believe you know all those people.
Yeah, I was just a little bit, obviously being that little bit older, quite a bit older, I was just, you know.
You're not. I'm 44.
Well, yeah, I'm still a decade older than you, mate. I was doing it like 8 years before.
You need to just tone that down because you don't look it, honestly.
Have you not noticed that the Zoom has a wonderful soft filter, darling? You don't bloody need it.
I dread to think what I look like. I'm like, I put too much makeup on. But,
You've got a show. You're looking better.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go now, Jaden.
Yeah, you go. Just what's coming up for you in the future?
So, obviously, Phil's Gold out now. Go watch the video. And I've got another song coming out in a few weeks called Hate.
Nice uplifting chat. Love it.
Sounds really bad, but it's really good.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it. Come back on the show again and let's talk about
when the next single come out.
And let's chat, and we'll stay in touch anyway because I'm sure we've got
brilliant. Mate, look after those beautiful animals up there.
I will indeed. You have a superb show tonight. You're an absolute diamond. And we're definitely in touch, and we'll catch up again soon.
All right, thanks, Jaden.
Lots of love, hun. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, I actually really believe that we do need a part 2 of that show, because she's just amazing, and how many stories. It's just great. Just really great to catch up with her and to get to know a bit better. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see a part 2 as well, and we'll get that organised. It will be super lovely. And my first part 2 episode, that would be super cool. Please go and follow her on her social media platforms. You would have seen them running along the bottom of the interview, and also in the write-up of this particular episode on the title page of this episode as well. Make sure you are showing that woman some love and some support. You'll find out on all pretty much all major social media platforms. Bugger about a TikTok. There's only one video on there at the moment, but if you all join TikTok, I'm sure she's going to be posting a lot more. Don't forget, you can find her on SoundCloud, and you can get her music on all major download and streaming platforms as well. Sarah, you're bloody amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. People at home, you are bloody amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. And I will see you with another spectacular guest next week on the Jaden Show. Take care. Lots of love. Stay beautiful. Ta-ra.
You played your game, I was blind. Had me fooled, thought you'd be mine. Words so sweet, but cold as ice. Left me in the dark, paid the price. You found it back, thought I'd stay. Now I'm taking back the joy. You play me like a fool, but I'm done now. Done now, done now. Thought you had me locked, but I'm broke out, broke out, broke out. I'm rising up, watch me fly, watch me fly. You had your time, but it's my time, my time, my time now. You played your part, thought you were slick, but I see through it, your tricks won't stick. Built your lies, thought they'd hold tight, but now I'm rising up, ready to fight. You thought I'd back, thought I'd stay, but I found my strength, I'm walking away. Not your pawn, not your toy. Now I'm taking back the joy. You play me like a fool, but I'm